Futures now, old man.
What it do, Rookie HQ? This is Future First Podcast, where we are helping you win today with a future first mindset. I'm your co-host J-Mac here with my co-host Blue Dabba D Jose. What's up, dude?
What's up, Rookie HQ gang? Hope you all doing great. Thank you all for your support you've been showing on some of our videos. Really appreciate the views. And you guys are interacting and go following along with us here with another episode for you guys. Hope you all been good. How you been, J-Mac?
Been good, man. It's been a fun week of free agency. We have some trades flying. We have trades getting pulled. it's, it's been a wild week. Lots of memes, lots of fun headlines. But nonetheless, the rookie reviews never stop. Unfortunately, we don't have much movement in rankings as of yet, which is kind of to be expected. So it's a lot of the same stuff here where we are just going to be looking at the players and where we are anticipating them going in rookie drafts and going through trades and looking at values for that pick specifically. But before we get into that, if you're looking for a roster review or a startup strategy for your specific league, let us know. Hit us up at futurefirstpod@gmail.com. We can hook you guys up with one of those. It is $5 for either of those. And we do a good job with it. We put in way more than $5 worth of work. So if you guys are looking for a value, you found a value. If you went to a trade calculator, it would say you should buy that for $20. So definitely smash that deal. And if you guys aren't doing that and you're just too busy watching our videos on YouTube, make sure to touch down on that like button and go for 2 on the subscribe. Be sure you're dropping the subscribes on Rookie HQ. Head over to our channel at Future First Pod, where we're doing a lot of Dynasty forward content there. You can subscribe, like all our videos over there as well. But other than that, man, are you ready to jump into the rookie market values?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, Rookie HQ fam. Today, we're going to be looking at Kevin Concepcion. I just found out that KC stands for Kevin. Jose told me, so I'm just going to start calling him Kevin because that's just too fun, man. I asked him, I was like, what's the C stand for? He's like, Concepcion. I was like, his name is Kevin Concepcion. Concepcion. We're calling him KC Concepcion. What's going on?
Yeah, he's got the Drake May meme built in, I guess. I don't know. Maybe C is his middle name, but yeah, Kevin KCC, Kevin Concepcion, whatever,
I'm going with Chad. He's got a first name of Kevin, right? I feel like Chad's got to follow.
Oh man, that'd be
All
something.
right.
Kevin Chad.
Our boy Kevin Chad. Let's get into the presentation mode here with some of the trades that we have been seeing flying off the board today. Luther Burden has been getting steamed up. I don't know about this first one though. Let's actually skip over that one because we don't have enough context for those 2027 ones. This is the next one that we wanted to see. DJ Moore has been getting the hype here in a super flex 12 by 12 full PPR 0.75 tight end premium 7.5. Could you imagine? It's like
That would be wild.
blow Scott Fishbowl out of the water. We got on one side Kevin Concepcion, the 304, or DJ Moore.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, these are the type of deals that it's a little bit risky to do before we know where Kevin Concepcion is going, because he's a guy that has a unique skill set. He's a slot weapon kind of gadget player, but I think when he went from NC State to Texas A&M, he kind of showed he can make himself more of an every down player with more of a like playing on the outside. But I do think he has a specific skill set that works better with a certain offense. I think if you're a rebuilding team, I like the 107 more than DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore's hitting that wide receiver age cliff. He's about to be 29, or if he's 28 going on 29 into this season. So I'm okay to reload. I do feel like that's a little selling a little bit low on DJ Moore's current kind of hyped up value. I feel like you could get more than the 107 and a third, but maybe that's just me overestimating how much the hype is getting blown up. But yeah, so I'd be on the pick side, I think, on this one. If you were a contender and needed some extra help, I could see making the move for DJ Moore. I just don't know what, if you're buying into the hype of you're buying for sure a top 10 wide receiver, I'd be careful. Know what you got. I think he's more of a solid back end wide receiver 1, 2, solid wide receiver 2 type of player than that sort of top echelon player.
Yeah, you are right. DJ Moore is 28. He'll be 29 here in April. So playing the season in his 29th year. And you're not wrong. I think if we go down like 3 trades, DJ Moore goes, it's the 107 and the 303, and the DJ Moore side gets the 205. So you're not wrong. You feel like you could probably ask for a little bit more there. So if you are in the market, start here. But if you feel like you have to have DJ Moore.
Wait, but that's a worse trade. So you're not getting more for DJ Moore. You're giving up DJ Moore more.
That's what I thought you were saying. That you were saying.
No, I feel like you could get more for DJ Moore.
Okay.
More for more, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
No.
More for more.
Yeah. No. But what do you think? How do you feel? I mean, like, are you in on DJ Moore? Do you like Kevin Concepcion? As you got me doing it too, man. You're killing me.
Let's go, baby.
Kevin Chad. As a prospect.
When the DJ Moore trade went through, my first reaction was any 27 first is a smash to accept. And then when it came to the 2026 picks, I want a 105. I want to just re-roll it into one of these top end assets, and we're talking super flex here. So if I'm taking the 107 and I'm getting the 304 on top, I think I'd rather have that third be a 27 pick if I could. I think that's probably where I would draw the line, right? If I could get that third and a 27, I'm probably making that deal here. I don't really feel comfortable taking the 304 in this class for the DJ Moore. And if we're taking Kevin here at the 107, yeah, I guess that's a fine reroll. But yeah, it is always tough, right? To know this without landing spots. I'm just gonna take the youth and reroll the pick and bank that I'm making the right process here, the right process move. All right, let's see what Kevin's going for in other places.
Here's a little tidbit before you get into the next one. Do you know what award Mr. Kevin won last year? You have zero chance of getting this right.
No, dude, I got this, man. I'm pretty sure he defended his house from 2 bandits during Christmas time when his family left him for vacation.
Yeah, I think that's the plot of a different movie. But no, yeah, he won the Paul Hornung Award in college, which is for football's most versatile player. So, I mean, if you watch his highlight tapes, if you don't watch anything else, that shows up. He definitely gets a lot of punt returns. I think that kind of speaks to that the coaches wanted to get him involved in a lot of ways, get the ball in his hands because he is very electric with it. So, I mean, if you're playing one of those leagues that has return yards, that could also be a little bit boosting his stock. But sorry, what's the next trade? Let's hit that.
I don't know. All I can think about now is the mom from Home Alone just screaming, "Kevin!" I think I might have to get that drop on here.
3 days later, they realize they're missing a kid. Typical 90s parents, I would say.
All right. The next one we got teed up here. Let's go with this one here. In a Superflex 12 by 10, half PPR, half tight end premium, you have Derrick Henry and Chris Olave on one side. And on the other side, you have Kevin Concepcion. The 108 we'll call Denzel Boston or an Omar Cooper Jr. And then you get the 2027 round 1 pick tossed in there. Is that enough for Olave, like it feels like Henry is maybe pulling one of those late picks. So we're looking at like a Kevin Concepcion and a 27 first for Olave. How do you like the sound of that?
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good contender slash rebuilder. Two guys trading that makes a lot of sense to me. It's like you said, the 108 for Derrick Henry seems about right, and then you got let's just call the 27 pick another mid pick, like another 105 to 107 sort of range. So you're talking about two mid first for Chris Olave. I think that's fair. I think that's
Hmm.
about what Olave is at. So I mean, I don't particularly love it because I'm not a huge fan of these 107, 108, 109s in this draft. By getting that 27 first, I think does do a lot for a rebuilder going into next year. If all things are going to play out as we expect them to for that class, so take your pick on what side of the aisle are you on. Are you a rebuilder or are you a contender? That's the side you should lean on. I don't think there's a um,
Yeah.
heavy sway one way or another where no matter the team build, I want this or that.
Yeah, the Derrick Henry kind of changes how you view this trade, doesn't it? I do like I do like the side with the young assets there, especially getting that 2027 first in there. That just feels like some insulation and value, as well as kind of like a fail safe for this trade here. Like I like I think I like the pick side here. I'm gonna take Concepcion, and my pick at the 108 would be Omar Cooper Jr. here. And I'm hoping that 27 round one turns into an early one. I don't really like giving that up for Olave though. Like I like the Olave side of that if it weren't for the Derrick Henry, with the context of being a builder but a rebuilder. But I think there's more value in the picks, especially as the draft approaches. I think these 107 and 108s are going to steam up here in value. All right. How about this one here with Malik Willis hype in a Superflex 12 by 9 full PPR, half tight end premium? Are you taking Travis Kelsey and Kevin for Malik Willis?
Yeah, that seems like two assets that don't necessarily go
Align.
together in terms of like, yeah, rookie and Travis Kelsey. That just seemed like, hey, what kind of guy on my team can I throw in to get this done in a start nine? Like, and two of them are quarterbacks. That's very interesting to me. I like there could be a situation where Kevin Concepcion um, is maybe not hitting your roster unless he becomes a pretty big
Hmm.
player down the line that maybe he's not currently projected to be. So I think I go Malik Willis for the just the roster construction in terms of how many players I need to start that aren't quarterbacks, and Malik Willis being a starting quarterback who I think will be fairly decent. You can listen to our main pod that's also going to drop on our channel and on the Player Profiler Now network, where we talk a bit about the Dolphins and Malik Willis after free agency. But yeah, I think I'm on the Malik Willis side here.
Man, that's a good point. I kind of missed that start nine fact there for a second. Because I mean,
You
yeah,
kind
you're right. Like what do you do with that 107 otherwise, right? It's in that start nine, it's just going to be devalued in general, I would imagine. So it's not like you could package that 107 up with some other picks and try to get into the 105. Because that would, I mean, that's the argument for the pick side of this, right? And Kevin Concepcion is trying to package him up to get into a more stable wide receiver, right? Or maybe you try to flip that 107 for or Kevin Concepcion for 27 first. Maybe you add something else to it. I just don't believe in Malik Willis, man. I'm on the other side of the fence with the Dolphins there, so
yeah, I feel
uh,
that.
give me Concepcion and Kelsey. Kevin. All right. Let's here's a fine one. You got a Superflex, 12 by 10, full PPR, half point tight end premium. Tyler Shuck or Kevin Concepcion?
I think again I have to go to the quarterback just because of the super flex nature. I did like what Tyler Shuck was able to do last year. I think he can continue. I do like Kellen Moore as a coach. I think he's a pretty good offensive minded coach. So I would go Tyler Shuck here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I believe more in Shuck than I do in Malik Willis. I feel like he'll probably have the longer reins here to make something happen. And yeah, Kellen Moore is just he's everything you want in a play caller for us fantasy
Yeah.
degenerates.
And I think this is a great way, like a great way to use these picks in a super flex league. Like this is buying an NFL starter who has shown the capability to be, a decent fantasy option, and a great way to buy into, a super flex quarterback that you need, right? Like this is a great way to do it without breaking the bank, and either building depth at the position or just solidifying your QB2.
All right. I want to kind of switch this up a little bit here. Let's look up like a Daniel Jeremiah mock draft here, and let's see if we can give Concepcion uh, a landing spot. I feel like if we give him a landing spot, maybe we'll be a little more likely to take him here, right? Okay, so in the latest mock draft, Daniel Jeremiah 2.0 mock puts Kevin on the Seahawks at pick 32. So the last pick of the first round. So for the rest of this exercise, let's take Kevin in Seattle for that kind of context here. I guess first of all, let's talk about that. Do you like that fit?
I mean, with what he was talking about, sure, but the fact that they re-signed Shaheed
Yeah.
makes it a little bit more like,
This is a Spider-Man, you mean?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
right now they got him. The big board database has him going to 30th overall. Who's that instead? Do you have that still open?
Um, no. Oh yeah, I do. Sorry. It's on my other tab. I want to say that's the Broncos? Yeah, Broncos.
Okay, do we like that a little bit better just for?
Oh, I want no wide receiver on the Broncos anymore. I'm
No,
done
you
with
hate the
them.
Broncos.
I'm done with it. Sean Payton hates us, is what it is. Like he wants to spread the ball around so many places that he wants all of them. Like, yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, I mean, whichever. For the exercise sake, we could I don't know, say that he went there and
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's say he goes to the Broncos, but I'm not gonna let me pick him a lot less here, but let's let's roll with it.
okay.
All right, here we got David Montgomery, Michael Pittman, Kevin Concepcion, or Amarian Hampton in a 2 by 12 start 10 full PPR one tight end premium. That's pretty easily smashing Hampton, I feel like there.
Yeah, yeah. I think. I mean, you could maybe get there with the full PPR, start the two wide receivers, but they're both on new teams, and you have no idea, how that's going to play out. I think that's kind of the only somewhat evening factor here. But yeah, I think for the most part, it's Hampton.
Yeah. In a 12 by 10, I'm trying to make a case for using these depth pieces and you'd be able to use them as starters. I don't understand how this makes sense. Like if I had Omari and Hampton on a team where I'm competing, I'm probably not giving them up for those three pieces. And if I'm rebuilding, again, these are not really rebuilding pieces I want to get into. I'm trying to make sense of this trade. It's kind of baffling. Feels like
Yeah, I mean, you
someone
got
got
you got Pittman hype news. He just got traded. The 107 for whatever this person's thinking. We're thinking it's KCC,
full
but
full
full
tight
tight
end
end
premium. Yeah,
premium. So maybe they're thinking it's going to be Sadiq
yeah,
or
that's fair.
Stowers or whatever. But
Okay,
um,
let's keep it moving here.
let's go.
Let's go. That's a mouthful. Uh,
That's what she said.
yeah, yeah, she did.
Well, what about that? Like, would you do that right there? The 107 for a random 27 first. Are you shipping?
Absolutely.
So you're shipping basically anything after the 105 for a random 27 first? Like,
I think
are
I
you
am.
shotgunning that the entire league? Like, you don't care, or are you being selective? Like, are you taking your 107 and going through all 11 managers, even the heavy contenders, and saying, I'd rather have the 111 next year than the 107 this year? Or are you being selective and saying, these are the mid teams to the bad teams? Let me throw my 107, my 108, my 109 to them.
Here's my argument for taking the 2027, and it's not about how I'm gonna make that pick. It's what I can do with that pick. Right now, like the 107 holds very little weight, but as soon as that season starts, injuries start flying. By week 4, rosters are gonna start shaking out. Right? You're gonna Some people are gonna start panicking and being like, my team's toast. I just took a quarterback injury, a wide receiver ACL, and my tight end is not performing. I need to sell, right? I need to flip for next season. I'm going to sell off these production pieces and get into a retool. That 2027 one is going to hold a lot more weight than this 107 ever will, even if it's perceived as a late round 2027 one. And in week 4 of the NFL, people can talk themselves into some crazy things. They might look at that, yeah, this guy's a competitor, but I don't believe in his team. He's got a lot of old guys on there. Like he's one injury away from being a 500 team. I'm gonna take that pick. I think that could be a mid first round pick, and I'm gonna get a lot more value out of that 2027 one than I ever will with a Kevin Concepcion. And the way that I lose that trade is, Kevin Concepcion is the next Michael Thomas for Sean Payton. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I think, maybe this is just the way to uh, look at the other side. I mean, you could also be in week 4 or 5 or whatever of the season. It's week 5 of the college football season. Jeremiah Smith has torn his ACL. Two of the quarterbacks that were looking like top end prospects are completely playing horrible, and the 2027 class is kind of completely not done a full 180, but people have significantly pumped the brakes on what they were thinking was going to be a generational class. And now you're just have another random 27 pick, right? Like, I think that the people who are for sure saying the 27 class is going to be like this generational thing are just like, they're just saying, oh, only positive things are going to happen. And it's like, well, we know the world doesn't always live that way. I was just curious. I don't necessarily disagree that I wouldn't be sending out anything after like the 10, pretty much this pick onwards for any random 27 first, because if things do go positively, or like, they go as variances, or as people are predicting, then you are going to come out ahead in terms of, but I think everybody's wised up to that. Like, I don't know how many leagues you're doing that in that are actually getting offered. Like, I am receiving a ton of offers on teams where I'm like middle of the pack to contenders for my 27 first in pretty much every league. Like, I am getting a lot of those offers. So I think a lot of people are on the same wavelength. And so maybe if you're one of the ones that can actually get it through on the manager that isn't um, really up on that game. But I just think that there is still a lot of volatility, like there is with any class, about, how good is it going to be in, and are we going to be in this spot next year saying, hey, turns out those 2027 random first that turned to the 109s and 112s and those seconds that you were accumulating are actually just not that great compared to past seasons.
I gotta go Kelly Kapoor on you, man. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, how dare you? You taint the 2027 class. You spoke that into existence. This is your fault, Jose. If this happens, I'm clipping this, and you're going
Yeah,
viral, sir.
please. Hey,
Putting the
anything,
date on it.
anything for the future verse and rookie HQ gang. Just put me up there. I hate the 27 class. Someone put me on a clip somewhere.
It's not that you hate it; it's that you
No,
hurt
it
them.
sucks. Trade all your 27 first picks now, guys. It's no, I'm just kidding.
All right, fair enough. No, I mean, we have seen a slight dip already, right? I mean, we had the wide receiver for Auburn that was popping off last year. I'm blanking on his name. It wasn't Cam Coleman, wasn't Jeremiah. Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams had a really down year last year. Can he turn it around this year and put himself back into contention for one of these top 3 wide receivers going into that 2027 class? Hopefully, maybe, yeah. But I mean, there's definitely a lesson to be learned here. I mean, even with the 2026 class, like, this was supposed to be a quarterback heavy class, and 2025 college football season was not kind to us. Man, I saw an orphan the other day. The guy in the startup tanked the startup to get every single 2026 first round pick. He doesn't even have his 2027 first round pick. He's got no starters. Legitimately, like, it was bad. It was like, how do you come back from an orphan like that? Like,
Yeah, I mean those are league killers. Unfortunately, I think
yeah.
like it's hard.
All right, let's keep going here.
You got
This
one
is
more in this.
this is pretty easily a smash on the Kevin side here, but we got a Superflex 12 by 10, half PPR, half tight end premium. Is there any belief still in Jerry Jeudy, the 208 or 2027 round 2? I feel like that 2027 round 2 is doing a lot of weightlifting here for Kyle Monangai and Kevin Concepcion.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, Kyle Monangai is probably worth more than Jerry Jeudy, and
Sneaky
I'll give you
winner.
yeah, yeah. That's the 107 was already winning, and then you added a potentially starting running back on top of that. So yeah, it's easily KCC here for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, these are the type of trades like people are into those 27 picks, man. Like we've
Yeah.
been talking about it. We really should do like a more like full kind of breakdown of it. But the 27 classes, I haven't been playing Dynasty for like 10 years, but I've been playing several years, and I've never heard of a class getting steamed up so much during the current like draft season of one season, right? Like, so the second, like you said, is doing a lot of lifting, and these are the type, hey, you got a mid second or an early second this year and a 27 second next year. Hey, go flip that for a first. Go flip that for a good first this year. Like, the class is not going to be so good that a 205 next year is going to be worth, an incredible amount.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a wild trade to me. I mean, that better be the 201, right? I feel like and even then, it's still not great. Wow. Who did that? That's got to feel really bad when you look at that a year from now. Luther Burden, Kenneth Walker for Jalen Wright, Wandale, Zay Flowers, and Kevin. Yeah, let's keep going. There are some really bad trades in here. All right, this one's a little interesting.
Just a
Superflex,
little.
12 by 10, full PPR, half point tight end premium. We got JMO and Kevin for Michael Wilson and Chase Brown.
Um, hmm. I don't know what to make of Michael Wilson.
Hmm.
Like, is he just like a 1 year flash in the pan? Is he gonna do it again this year if it's Brissett? Like, what's going to happen there, and what's the future like? Right? Like, is he really going to be the one over Marvin Harrison Jr. for the future? So I think that's a lot of question marks. I mean, I like Jameson Williams. I think towards the end of the season there, he was really kind of catching fire, and that was kind of what you were hoping you'd get all season. He obviously had a very up and down sort of performance. You got Tesla coming on. Um, but I think I would go Jameson Williams in the 107 there. I think there's more value there. Jameson Williams still pretty young. You get another young wide receiver tad over a fifth round running back in Chase Brown, who seems like a solid starter, but there's nothing guaranteed in his future for the long term. And then Michael Wilson, who seems like someone selling high on him, maybe. So
Yeah, you know what this trade screams to me is someone who looks at like war and points per game way too deeply, and they're like, is the difference between JMO and Michael Wilson enough for me to turn down Kevin Concepcion for Chase Brown? Because I mean, if in a vacuum, right? If you had the 107 or Chase Brown, I'm pretty sure you're leaning Chase Brown there, right?
Yeah.
So then in this case, right, the difference between Michael Wilson and JMO, like dynasty value wise, I think it's JMO. Like you're saying, you're taking the picks and JMO side for the value alone. But if you're just making this a process move to kind of tier off of JMO but get similar production, and then you gain, a starting running back there, that I feel like that's the sneaky side of this trade that you don't necessarily see. So if Michael Wilson can get you 10 points a game, right? 11 points a game, and maybe more in a full PPR, like I'm with you. Like I don't think like he has to out target Marvin Harrison Jr. to be what he was, because there's no way as the third target on this team that he's going to get 120 targets and be, a wide receiver 2 for your team like JMO could do. Or none the like JMO could actually just explode for 1,000 yards on 70 catches. So
Yeah, I think that's the part that also comes into play is the kind of untapped, like Jameson Williams, not crazily surprising finishing like as the wide receiver 14 on a year, right? On
yeah,
like you said,
exactly.
like 70 targets, giant bomb touchdowns. But yeah, I mean, when you're talking about war and all that, I didn't know we were reviewing one of your trades, J-Mac, but thank you for bringing it to us.
There's no name on this.
uh,
I don't have Chase Brown and Michael Wilson on my team now. All right, that brings us to the half an hour mark. That was another great rookie market value episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you think of these, if you like them, if you don't. We're going to keep rolling with them, and this is going to get a lot more interesting here in the next month or so as we kind of see the draft hype start to rise. And again, we're going to continue this through the summer season for best ball values, for redraft values, and through the season we'll track dynasty values and all that as well too. So stick with us, guys. This is going to turn into something real. We're going to blossom here real soon.
Yeah, I mean, definitely thank you guys to the Rookie HQ gang. One of our last videos hit over 100 views. I think that's one of our first ones that we've done that is triple digits. I saw it on the main that we were at 99, but it looks like we're at 103 views. So thank you guys. Keep liking, subscribing, comment. We're out.